The highs and lows of the January transfer window. Derby County were able to complete 2 signings, but also failed to bring in a number 9. They also let go a key player in Max Bird, but fortunately he returned until the end of the season. Shall we get into each signing and discuss my thoughts and feelings around the deals? So I was just sitting editing this video you're watching right now, and there's been some breaking news regarding Eiran Cashin and Derby County. Let's get into that straight away. So what outstanding news this is for Derby County. Eiran Cashin has put pen to paper on a new deal until 2027. This is absolutely incredible. A brilliant deal, a brilliant show of loyalty by the centre half. He was moments away from joining Brighton for around £4 million in the summer, but he has now signed a new contract until 2027, keeping him at the club and definitely raising his value. A decision which I can only thank Mr. Cashin for. An excellent decision by Cashin, Klaus and Stephen Pearce and Paul Warne. And this is a good bit of news which may deflect away from the lack of striker coming in this January window. So, as I've just previously spoken about, the deals we got over the line were Cory Blackett-Taylor and Ebou Adams. We then also saw Max Bird move to Bristol City, but fortunately he returned on loan till the end of the season. If you're enjoying all this Derby County content and are looking forward to the Formula 1 2024 season, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. While you're at it, why not leave a comment about your thoughts on this video? Starting off with, let's talk about Cory Blackett-Taylor. He found himself leaving Charlton Athletic for a fee believed to be in the region of £300,000. However, it's a loan deal till the end of the season to make up budgets and all that jazz. So Cory Blackett-Taylor signed, I believe it's on a 3-year contract. So I think this will eventually turn out to be a really good deal for Derby County. I think once he finds his feet at the club and gets himself up to Paul Warne's fitness levels and all that, I think he'll be a very, very dangerous player out on the wings. And if Paul Warne was to go, I think Cory Blackett-Taylor will still have a place in the squad for upcoming seasons. I think he could be capable of playing at the next level. Obviously, there's a long way to go in the season. There's 17 games left, and Cory Blackett-Taylor has ample opportunities to show us what he can do. None more so than this weekend against Charlton Athletic, where he heads back to the Valley for the first time since leaving around a week and a half ago. I did a video on the preview of Charlton Athletic that will be tagged in the corner right now, so make sure you go and check that out after you've seen this video. So the deal for Cory Blackett-Taylor, I think, is excellent value for money, but I think we're still missing an elusive part of the team, and we'll get into that later on in the line of the video. But let's now move on to Ebou Adams, who signed on loan till the end of the season. So this is Ebou Adams. Now, I want to say a thank you very much to everyone who watched that video. The support and the boost that my channel has got from that video has been absolutely amazing. But this signing is one that I feel that we've needed after seeing Cardiff City fans, Gambia fans and Forest Green Rovers fans talk about him. I think he's exactly the type of midfielder that we've been missing. A ball winner, someone who's not afraid to go into challenges. He seems very athletic, likes to run about the pitch and be everywhere, winning tackles. Just that interceptor that we need, that tackler that we need, that we don't seem to have in the middle of the park at the moment. I think this could prove to be an excellent deal for both parties. Ebou Adams obviously had his problem with injury last season where he had a pectoral tear. Now, I'm led to believe that other than that injury, he's not had any major injuries and he's not been out for anything longer than a week. So hopefully we can keep him fit for the rest of this season and he can show us what he can do in a Derby County shirt and maybe, just maybe, become an option for a permanent signing in the summer. Obviously, midfield is a place we're going to have to strengthen as a lot of players are out of contract in the summer. Obviously, this deal we believed would see someone leave, like the likes of Forner or Corey Smith, maybe even Joe Ward, but that wasn't meant to be. None of those players left, and the player that did leave was Max Bird. Now, we're going to get on to talk talk about Max Bird in just a moment. But I think this could be the making of Ebou's time at Derby County. Max Bird moving could give him a chance to start at the weekend. Now, I recorded my preview video, as I spoke about earlier, but at that point in time, was led to believe Max Bird wouldn't be going anywhere. Now, the deal has apparently hit our valuation, and that is massive. But losing a player the quality of Max Bird in the summer, if we are to get promoted, he's going to be a big, big player to replace. Obviously, in the summer, Sibley's out of contract, Thompson's out of contract, Smith, Horahan, all out of contract. So we've got holes to fill in midfield. Adams could potentially become that permanent signing. Obviously, there isn't a permanent option in his loan deal. I don't want anybody to get mixed up with that. But obviously, everyone's available for a price. We've just seen with Max Bird going to Bristol City. Now, I haven't even seen a rumoured fee, but it's apparently a good deal for both parties. Bird would have gone for compensation in the summer or completely free if he'd gone, I believe it's out of the UK. But it's difficult situation for Max Bird because I think he's an incredible player. I think he's been brilliant for Derby County since making his debut. Obviously, he was just 16 years old when he made his debut for the club. I believe he's played over 200 senior games since making his debut. He became a pivotal part of the team with Wayne Rooney, Liam Rossini and Paul Warne. And obviously, he's followed in the footsteps of Jason Knight and Hayden Roberts in moving to Bristol City after a quality time at Derby County. Now, I just hope that this deal being over the line now means that Max Bird will be able to focus solely on helping Derby get promoted and not have his head elsewhere. I felt in recent games he struggled in the midfield. I don't think Conor Horahan's form has helped him either, but it's one of those where he's gone now. He's here till the summer, which I think is key for Derby because it was quite obvious getting into the latter stages of the window last night that we wasn't going to make any more signings. But he's gone. Hopefully his head is now firmly focused on winning promotion. We'll see what Paul Warne does. Is it going to be similar to the Cashin situation where he doesn't play at the weekend, or is he going to be starting in the team? So obviously this was our final deal of the window. I'm now going to get on to my opinions on the transfer window as a whole. Derby County have needed a striker in every transfer window for probably the past 5 years. We signed 3 in the summer, 2 permanent seem to be permanently injured in Washington and Waghorn. Washington yesterday was seen out training on the grass. That was posted on social media by Derby County. Waghorn, we haven't even seen or heard from him very much at all recently. So I don't know what's going on with him. Obviously, Tyrese John Jules, hopefully we'll have heard today. I'm recording this video at 10 o'clock, so I haven't yet heard Paul Warne's press conference. But we needed a striker. We didn't get one. Obviously, I made a video earlier about Dwight Gale, a potential transfer target according to Fabrizio Romano. Hopefully, that is a deal that doesn't get squashed in Paul Warne's press conference and we can make that deal happen because I think a number 9 is necessary. We need one. We don't have enough in the building to get to the end of the season, in my opinion. And I just want to talk about the budgets, the restrictions, the business plan. I just don't understand what's going on. We was told in the summer by Radio Derby, obviously they'll have got their information from senior figures at the club, that we wouldn't be under any restrictions or embargoes, but we'd have to follow a self-imposed business plan that the EFL sign off on, essentially. Now, for me, that business plan, if we are under a business plan, then we're self-restricting ourselves. Now, don't get me wrong, we're coming out of administration. I've got no problem with us trying to toe the line on budgets and trying to keep ourselves in a good place. But with the opportunity we have at the moment, I think we're 3 points behind top of the league. Not having a backup striker could prove the difference between playoffs, not getting the playoffs, or automatic promotion. Now, for me, the joys of promotion, the potential for higher TV revenue, and obviously you get higher TV revenue, our gate receipts will probably boost as well if we were back in the Championship. Now, not that they've been very down, but they are lower than they were in the Championship. I think everybody can agree. And sometimes you have to take a bite of a bullet. And I don't think Derby have done that. And I think it's a big problem. I'm going to put a video on screen talking about what David Clowes said in the summer in an interview with BBC Radio Derby. And this video is why there was so much false hope within the fan base.
I think it's a reasonably good budget for League One. I think it's good enough to get us out of the league. Now, whether it does or not, this is football. Nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah.
And
is it sizable compared to other teams in the league?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Obviously, you heard there David Clowes talking about the budget, and it's sizable compared to other League One teams. But Bolton have just gone and spent £750,000 on Aaron Collins. And that's just the headline figure. It could be a lot more if they get promoted and stuff like that. You've got Portsmouth. Obviously, they've replaced players they've lost for injury. They might be weaker overall, but they've spent money. They've added to their squad. Owen Moxon, I think it could be a brilliant signing for them. I've liked the look of him when he's been at Carlisle, I think it is. But obviously, where's our sizable budget compared to the League One teams? Wages wise, we probably pay the most in wages. But at what point do you look at it and go, well, hang on a minute, we still haven't got a striker? If we've spent our budget, all of our budget, and not got an adequate second striker coming into January, then I don't understand what's going on. John Jules, we knew was a risk. The extension of John Jules was a massive risk. And we got hit not a week later. Connor Washington injured, Martin Wycorn injured, and there's no one else. Obviously, I do hope that we can get Dwight Gale over the line. If it's even a real thing, we'll probably know by now. I bet Paul Warne squashed it in his press conference this afternoon. But let me know what you think down in the comments of Derby County's transfer window. Obviously, you can probably tell I'm not too impressed. I'm happy with the signings we've made. I'm disappointed to lose Max Bird, but I'm also more disappointed that we haven't solved the striker problem. So make sure you hit that like button, you comment your thoughts on the transfer window, and you hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.